Playing shooter video games damages the brain, study suggests. Yeah, well, if you're on the opposite team from me, you're bound to take some damage, aren't you? According to a recent study in Canada, people who spend a lot of time playing games such as Call of Duty have less grey matter in a crucial area of the brain known as the hippocampus. Oh, hippocampus, sorry. How did they figure that out? Well, according to this article, scientists at the University of Montreal recruited 51 men and 46 women and asked them to play a variety of popular shooter games like Call of Duty, Killzone and Borderlands 2. And straight off the bat, scientists, I'm going to have to stop you in your studies. Killzone has never been popular. They also had a group of people play Super Mario to see what effects a game about a plumber getting off his nut on mushrooms, jumping about the place trying to save a princess, has on the brain. I find this part quite funny, to be honest. I mean, why stop there? I'm imagining these scientists scanning the heads of kids who play too much Minecraft, looking inside their head and seeing their brain has turned into a block. Folk who enjoy racing games, a bit too much of brains doing drifts around their skull. Yeah, that's what I mean, talking about racing games, let's get back on track. Now, the scientists had these test subjects playing these games for 90 hours, but the article doesn't really state whether what sort of schedule they were on, whether they had regular toilet breaks or whether it was literally playing these games for 90 hours straight. To be honest, I would think there's something a wee bit dodgy about some so-called scientists coming up to me and asking me to play Call of Duty for 90 hours straight for them. In fact, I would think it's so dodgy to the extent that questions would need to be asked. Are you scientists just trying to get me to grind to 10th prestige for you? Is that what you're wanting? We need more info on how this test was carried out. Were they playing the campaign, doing the same missions over and over and over again for 90 hours? Or, I don't know what's worse to think about, could you have a situation where these test subjects are being subjected to some daft wee guy down the mic telling you how they've had sexual relations with your mother for 90 hours? That doesn't bear thinking about. Anyway, back to this so-called study. It's claimed that the people playing the shooter games began to suffer from something called hippocampus atrophy. Basically that your brain isn't retaining memories like it should, which can then lead to things like Alzheimer's, so it's pretty serious stuff. On the other hand, players of Super Mario actually increased the grey matter within the hippocampal memory system, so is that it then? The answer is just to play more platform games and you'll be alright? Well, no really, because British scientists are warning against drawing firm conclusions from the study because of the small number of participants in the study.